Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit all eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit all eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit all eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit all eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad to know, yeah, I'm sad to know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, oh, 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 à la folie. Oh, oh, oh.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit
guys? Dashing here, and we are live for Octane number 165, my friends, the go-home edition of Octane before, of course, this weekend's Climb to Fame. That's right, this Sunday, we are in Paris, France, for the very first time since Ascendance 10. Whew. Been a good few years, but baby, we are returning with a bang for Climb to Fame. What a show it is going to be, and well, the card gets rounded out right here tonight in our main event. The final spot and the Climb to Fame contract ladder match will be filled when Ben, Stacy, and Blake Virtue meet one-on-one, a rematch from Final Stand, guys. But well, I got together with a couple of my helpers earlier in the evening, and we decided to make that main event a no DQ match. I mean, look, considering the rest of Resurgence, the regulators, there's a good chance interference would play a part to begin with, so I figured why not just make it no DQ so that we get a definitive winner, and whoever truly deserves to be in that Climb to Fame contract ladder match, no matter what might go down in that matchup in our main event, will indeed punch their ticket to Paris, France. But guys, speaking of Climb to Fame, Mike Magnum Maxwell is in jeopardy of potentially not making it to Paris, France in one piece, as he must go one-on-one with Derek DeMauro, the newest weapon in the arsenal of Schmitty, revealed last Octane, beat the hell out of Mike Magnum Maxwell, who had come down to the ring to once again call out Schmitty. But big surprise, Schmitty was yet again not in the arena, but somebody was. Derek DeMauro, who Schmitty said is going to represent the jury as a part of his Department of Justice. And tonight, going to find out if Mike Magnum Maxwell is guilty or innocent. I think I've got a sneaking suspicion which it's going to be. But indeed a last-ditch effort by Schmitty, throwing up this final roadblock before Climb to Fame, trying to ensure that Mike Magnum Maxwell does not make it to Paris at 100%. Of course, Maxwell defeated both members of Police Squad on the same night in order to earn the match with Schmitty at Climb to Fame. After all the trouble he went through to get this matchup, just as we're about to approach the finish line, will it all be for naught? We're going to find out. Of course, saw Derek DeMauro at a CMV live event last night. From what we saw, Mike Magnum Maxwell is not in for a good time here against this massive man, standing at 6'3" I believe, well over 200 pounds. He is blind in one eye, though. Might that give Maxwell some sort of advantage? I mean, obviously, heading into most of his matches, the former Anarchy champion Mike Magnum Maxwell enjoys a pretty considerable agility advantage, speed advantage. Use that to outmaneuver Derek DeMauro here. Quick roll-up. Of course, Maxwell felt just how strong this guy is last Octane. Ate that, well, what DeMauro calls the fall from grace, the F5, and then a spear, which he calls God's arrow. Maxwell is definitely not looking to be on the receiving end of those maneuvers once again. Echo in the chat. Hey, let's all give a congratulations to Echo, who's getting married next weekend, and I will be there. The life of the party. He knew he had to invite the four-time commentator of the year to make his wedding something special. As DeMauro is all over Mike Magnum Maxwell, takes him down into a crippler crossface, but quick to get out of it is Maxwell. And there's no denying that this is the biggest match of Mike Magnum Maxwell's CMV career so far this weekend against Schmitty. And he really did work so hard to prove himself worthy of the opportunity, because Schmitty, he tried to laugh Mike Maxwell out of the building, saying, you think you're good enough to get into the ring with me? But a persistent Maxwell who wants to prove himself capable of being a main event player here in CMV, and no better way, he thinks, than defeating a Hall of Famer like Schmitty. He's got his chance this Sunday, but once again, is he going to be at 100% once Derek DeMauro is done with him? Oh, big single knee backbreaker by DeMauro. Definitely having his way with the former Anarchy champion at the moment. And, this might shock you, but Schmitty, again, is not here tonight. But I'm sure that he's watching. As DeMauro, this big guy, can go up to the top rope for not the most amazing-looking diving clothesline, but man, look how Maxwell's trying to get right back up. The hand of God! And a hand on the chest of Maxwell. Is that him done and dusted? Kick out at 2.5 man, but barely. Where the hell is he going? Back up to the top? Well, seems like a bit confused, perhaps. Here is Octane debut. He's just relishing the moment. I'm sure Schmitty is all too happy with what he's seen so far. Oh, no. There's that. Wait a minute. Oh, the spear! God's arrow. Holy shit. Building up that head full of steam and just unleashing. How did Mike Maxwell kick out of that? And DeMauro's not having it, though. Oh, this has been Maxwell's kryptonite. That dirty pin. But he kicks out at 1. Off the ropes and a big sit-out spinebuster, man. Mike Maxwell may be surviving, but he can't survive for much longer. At this rate, he needs to turn things around. Big punch and a kick to the gut. I mean, I understand now why Schmitty brought this guy out of hiding. Save your best weapon for last. As he slams Maxwell off that top turnbuckle, turns him around. Oh no. Way up on top. Just a big punch to the back. Maxwell tumbling down to the canvas and a leg drop. Maxwell, please respond, guys. He might not be able to. Now what's DeMauro looking for from the corner? Loading up for an elbow. Looks like it may have caught Maxwell in the eye. He might have some seating troubles as well by the end of this matchup. Double axes every single time Maxwell tries to mount some kind of comeback here against Derek DeMauro. It's so fastly thwarted. Here again, going to drag him off into the corner. I can just hear Schmitty cackling right now watching this. Wherever he is at home or on some sort of business trip, he's got to be loving this. And okay, that's it, guys. Derek DeMauro didn't just, oh no, come on. As if that beating wasn't enough, but Maxwell's fighting back. But DeMauro was calling someone out. It's police squad. No, Schmitty might not be here, but his soldiers are out in full force. As if the shellacking at the hands of Derek DeMauro wasn't bad enough. Guys, I don't know if Maxwell's making it to climb to fame. After what we just saw, we better get him some help, and right now.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more.
It's funny how I have been quiet as of late, and now people seem to forget who I am. I guess that's the perks of having money, so I could take vacations. But trust me when I say this, CMV Universe. If you don't know who I am, you are living under a rock. I am the god. I am the GOAT. I am the best at this sport. I am the GOAT of professional wrestling. My name is Remy Martin. And when I walk into that steel cage versus Fidel De La Rosa for the CMV World Champion, I will walk out new CMV World Champion. And that's whether Fidel, that's whether Dashing, management, or any of the dirtbag CMV universe likes it or not.
Well, my friends, we were just talking about during that last match how Mike Magnum Maxwell is in for the biggest match of his CMV career this Sunday, although is he now after what we just saw go down? The same can be said about Remy Martin, because this Sunday at Climb to Fame, he will challenge Fidel De La Rosa for the CMV Championship inside of a steel cage. Now, we certainly heard just now how cocky he is heading into that championship match. And, well, guys, that is one of only 4 world titles that will be on the line in Paris, France this Sunday. Because, of course, also the Women's World Championship will be up for grabs, as Isabella Almas is slated to defend against the hometown hero, Thea. And Thea, I'm sure Almas was happy to see suffer that loss last Octane, courtesy of Piper Goodish, certainly messing with the fiery Frenchwoman's momentum so close to Climb to Fame, while meanwhile Almas picked up a win against Sophia E. Faith. And not only that, guys, but was able to stop Dallas Cole from trying to cash in her Magnificent 8 contract. Safe to say Almas escaped by the skin of her teeth, and now they're going to make sure that Dallas Cole doesn't think about possibly cashing in this Sunday at Climb to Fame, as the two are set to go one-on-one non-title matchup right now here on Octane number 165. Dallas Cole being cheeky with that Magnificent 8 contract of hers since the beginning of this new season. Remember, she feigned a cash-in attempt last month, but she actually did attempt to cash in last Octane. And if Almas had not been on her game, guys, we might have a new Women's World Champion right now. And I'm sure that Thea is in the back watching this matchup. Will Almas gain even more momentum en route to Climb to Fame, or could Dallas Cole perhaps put a dent in the World Champion's armor? I mean, guys, if Cole does win this match, might she cash in? She could cash in right after this match. Pretty much restart the matchup, and the Women's World Championship will be on the line. I think she could technically cash in right now if she wanted to. You know, she wants to wait for the prime opportunity to do so. So here we go. Isabella Almas, Dallas Cole. Could be a big night for Twisted Sisters, guys. Of course, coming up a little bit later on, they will challenge Pats LaFaves for the Trios Championship. And since Dallas Cole is in this matchup, we obviously know it's going to be Karen Breeze, Diana Holmes, and Anna Simmons for Twisted Sisters. But the question is, guys, is it going to be a handicap match, or is either Sarah Miller, Alice Blake, someone else going to be able to actually make it here to the arena in time? Because we've not seen Sarah Miller or Alice Blake since the start of this new season. So Delilah Sin and Vanessa Morgan might just have to go it. The two of them defending the titles, but we'll find out later on. And again, our huge main event, the final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match is up for grabs. A final stand rematch. Ben, Stacy, and Blake Virtue, guys, no DQ it's going to be, as Dallas Cole takes the early advantage here against the Women's World Champion with a springboard DDT, but almost just pops right back up, walks into some headbutts. Guys, this beef between Isabella Almas and Thea has been raging for a good couple of months at this point, trading wins against each other, whether that be one-on-one in tag team matchups inside of the Elimination Chamber. Of course, Almas defeated Thea last. That's what made her #1 contender. She went on to beat Ruby Rotella with the Women's World Championship at Final Stand. You know, in an alternate dimension, it was Thea who won the Elimination Chamber and then went on to beat Ruby Raquel to become Women's World Champion. These two are going to dig into each other very early on, trading shots. Of course, as we heard from Remy Martin before the start of this match, he will be in action right here tonight. Tag team action. It's going to be Remy Martin and the Anarchy champion, Tommy DeVise, taking on the PWJ International champion, Lorenzo Alexander, and the CMV champion, Fidel de la Rosa. Big night of action here on Octane number 165. Dallas Cole throwing Almas now down onto the floor. The referee already up to a count of 2 as Cole throws a knee right to the side of Almas' head. Well, you know about the friendship between Dallas Cole and Thea, but I wonder how Thea feels about Dallas Cole trying to cash in last Octane and ruin those climb to fame plans. If Dallas Cole had won, would it be then Thea challenging Dallas Cole, or would Almas get a rematch, I feel like? So, of course, it didn't happen. Almas had her wits about her. And it is still Thea Isabella Almas this Sunday for the Women's World Championship. Dallas Cole, again, like I said, she could cash in tonight, unless Almas gets counted out right here. Is Isabella Almas going to get counted out? Dallas Cole looks like going to take a count-out win, guys. This is actually, I think, genius on the part of the Women's World Champion. Because so early into this matchup, there's no way Almas was actually incapacitated and couldn't get back into the ring. That had to be a choice by the World Champion. She's keeping herself fresh. I mean, and to be fair, Dallas Cole was dominating this matchup. Let's keep it a buck here. She was beating that ass. So Isabella Almas takes the count-out loss, but keeps herself fresh heading into this Sunday in her championship defense against Thea. So Dallas Cole's going to take this win, not the win she was looking for. Isabella Almas escaping just like she did last Octane, just barely. That's why she's the world champion. Sometimes taking a loss is the smart thing to do.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze.
Well, Isabella Almas may have again been able to escape Dallas Cole, but will she be able to escape Thea this Sunday at Climb to Fame, guys, when the Women's World Championship is on the line? And, well, Thea has a considerable home court advantage in France. A lot could change here in CMV depending on what goes down this Sunday. It could be an all-new era we're entering, and especially if this man walks out as the new CMV champion, which I don't doubt for a single second could be a possibility. Ooh, look at this, Remy with a haircut, with some new digs, looking good, looking like a world champion, might I say. This Sunday, Remy Martin, in the biggest match of his CMV career, challenging Fidel de la Rosa inside of a steel cage for the CMV Championship. And it was last Octane that Remy Martin sprung a trap on De La Rosa after his match with Lorenzo Alexander. Steel cage came out of nowhere. I don't know where they were hiding it, but trapped himself and De La Rosa inside, and guys, beat the hell out of the CMV champion. Threw him into the side of the cage multiple times. And yet again, we saw Remy getting the better of our champion, which has been the case many times over this past month and change. And of course, throughout the history of these two here in CMV. Remember, Remy Martin last season beat De La Rosa to win the CMV Championship, his first title here in CMV. Now he looks to take the CMV Championship from him. Well, Remy Martin on the hunt for that last little crumb of momentum. He's teaming up with a man he knows very well, and he's fought before, from what I understand. Not in CMV, but outside of CMV, and that is the Anarchy champion, Tommy Demise, who, of course, is a part of the Climb to Fame contract ladder match this Sunday, beating Gus Novell last Octane to qualify, and that's after an attempted attack by Mitsuhiro Takanashi. The wily Demise might be looking to leave Paris, France with the Anarchy Championship in one hand and that contract in the other. I wouldn't want Tommy Demise as a tag team partner, just too unpredictable. But maybe that's what Remy Martin needs. Someone like that by his side, especially when you're going up against a team like Lorenzo Alexander and Fidel De La Rosa. And obviously Remy Martin and Lorenzo Alexander having some history between them, former friends, obviously no longer. Alexander, I'm sure, been waiting for his opportunity to get hands on Remy Martin once again. Well, he gets it right here tonight in this tag team match. Imagine it. This time, next episode of Octane, we could see Tommy Demise with the Climb to Fame contract and Remy Martin as CMV champion. That is a possibility. Of course, it could be this man who becomes Mr. Climb to Fame, the PWJ International Champion, Lorenzo Alexander. Guys, this season, I mean, look, it has been nothing short of phenomenal for Lorenzo Alexander, winning the PWJ International Championship, defeating Jay Pierce in Japan, defeating Morgan to qualify for the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. And last Octane, he pinned the CMV champion, his tag team partner tonight, Fidel De La Rosa, one-on-one. I mean, I don't think it's crazy to say Lorenzo Alexander probably has the most momentum going into Climb to Fame this Sunday. Will it pay off for him? He's got to get through 7 other men in order to become Mr. Climb to Fame. No easy feat. But in a ladder match, I know who I'm putting my money on. And last but most certainly not least, Fidel De La Rosa, guys, his first reign as CMV champion here in CMV is, I'm sure, not gone the way he was envisioning it. And that's thanks in large part to Remy Martin. I mean, it was at Final Stand, guys, that Remy Martin attempted to cost De La Rosa the CMV championship when he was challenging Schmitty. De La Rosa overcame that interference, though, and did what many thought impossible, beat Schmitty to become the new CMV champion. But Remy Martin's been borderline stalking him ever since, attacking him any given opportunity that presents itself. I think it's safe to say he's gotten in the head of De La Rosa. If the CMV champion wants to leave, Climb to Fame this Sunday, still the champion, he's got to get Remy Martin out of his head. And he's got to do what he's done so many times before here throughout his career in CMV. And that's accomplish what many consider to be impossible. Many times De La Rosa has been the underdog. Many times he's been counted out. And I think this Sunday is no different. Many people are saying it's going to be Remy Martin's night, and it may be, but I don't think we should discount De La Rosa for a single second. Not after he beat Schmitty. I'll never deny his capabilities ever again. Because I was one of those people that thought Schmitty for sure was going to leave Las Vegas still the champ. You gotta remember, it's inside of a steel cage as well, which I think is not to the benefit of our champion, because De La Rosa, incredibly agile, super fast, likes to zip around the ring, likes to go off the top rope. I mean, inside of a steel cage, you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. And for Remy Martin, who is a submission specialist, I mean, that's his kind of environment. He's got De La Rosa trapped, not a lot of room to move. Remy Martin's got the upper hand for a plethora of reasons this Sunday. As Lorenzo Alexander going to get himself back into the ring. Again, the history between these two, former friends. And Remy Martin turned his back on the entirety of the CMV universe. And Lorenzo Alexander along with them. As he yanks the PWJ International Champion back into the ring. Remy Martin's beaten Lorenzo Alexander a good couple of times. Alexander has pinned Remy Martin too, though. He tries for that knee drop. Martin trying to get back to his feet. I love this new look, Remy Martin. The haircut, he finally doesn't look... I wonder if he got his haircut just because of the comparisons between he and Fidel De La Rosa. I mean, since the first time they fought last season, people have said they kind of look like twins because of the similar haircut, so Remy doesn't want to hear that anymore. Certainly no mistake of them now. Tommy Wise tagged in, immediately tries to roll up the champion. Counter the Irish whip into the corner. Tries for a kick to the gut, but De La Rosa able to sneak that elbow and goes behind him. Woo! Turns him inside out. Sort of half Nelson Uranagi right there. Lorenzo Alexander and Fidel De La Rosa might not be best friends, but they got a lot of respect for each other. They fought many times, and up until last Octane, De La Rosa had Alexander's number. Beat him a good few times last season with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. But even if, guys, Alexander doesn't leave this Sunday as Mr. Climb to Fame, after his win against De La Rosa last Octane, you might think De La Rosa could be in prime position for a championship opportunity. Whether it be Remy Martin or De La Rosa, who leaves Paris as the champion. Tommy Mize trying for a tag. No go, though. She gets sent into the corner. De La Rosa, more cautious approach. There's the tag to the Hollywood highlight. 7 spots been filled, guys. The final one will be filled in tonight's main event. Ben, Stacy, and Blake Virtue. No DQ match to see who gets that 8th and final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. And depending on who it is, I mean, either way, it's a big addition, but you consider Blake Virtue as a part of last year's Climb to Fame contract ladder match, so he has the experience in a match like that. Quick tag to De La Rosa, love it. And the CMV champion get hands on Remy Martin. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to think De La Rosa's probably not at 100% after what Martin did to him last Octane inside of that steel cage. And that's why Remy did it, to give himself another advantage heading into this Sunday. Quick roll up. Trying to steal the win, but a kick out. As Remy hasn't even been in CMV a year and could potentially be our next CMV champion depending on what happens this Sunday. There's a good reason he was a contender for... Was a newcomer of the year? Can't even remember. Vintage dashing memory. He did win video promos of the year. I mean, we saw exactly why earlier tonight. He can talk. Can he back it up when it matters most? We will find out this Sunday. The CMV Championship on the line. Of course, newcomer of the year went to Thea. And even I will say congratulations to her. Well-deserved. Great teamwork between Tommy Mize and Remy Martin. And De La Rosa says, let me get the hell out of here with a tag. Oh, it took him to ref. What? Obviously was targeting Tommy Mize, but the referee is the one who got taken out with that cutter out of the corner. Lorenzo with a pop-up kick, knocking a couple of teeth loose. Tommy Mize doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who goes to the dentist often. Ringboard, beautiful clothesline by the PWJ International Champ, but the ref is down, so Alexander can't go for any pins. Well, it looks like get back up. Hopefully won't call for the bell. He could if he wanted to. If this ref wanted to be an asshole, he could call this one off right now, but it looks like he's going to give Alexander a chance. Still a bit groggy, though, as the Hollywood Highlight tries for the pin. That slow count will allow our Anarchy champion to kick out. Retro, watch out, De La Rosa, give the man some room. Getting funky as he drops that elbow across the chest with Demise. Now right into the corner. Love the teamwork between, well, both these teams actually so far. Dropkick Demise trying to stay on his feet. Here's another one. I think that second dropkick may have busted Demise open. Anarchy champion trying to desperately get the hell out of the ring right now. Gets cut off. Vintage, no, shot down. Quickly, Alexander, though. With that kick, Randy Orton trying to stop him from hitting that cutter. Actually hitting the right guy this time. The referee is very thankful. Kick out at 2, though. Frustrated is Alexander. And guys, we still have 2 championship matches coming up here tonight. The Trios Championship gonna be up for grabs as Twisted Sisters will challenge Paxton Faze. Also the Women's Tag Team Championship gonna be on the line later on. A triple threat tornado tag team ladder match as the Media Outcasts must defend against Resurgence and the Regulators. Remy Martin tagged in, gets blasted instantly with that sit-out facebuster, but a kick out at 2. And Remy quick to get over to the ropes. Avoid getting pinned again. Oh, premature bow by Alexander, who knocks Remy down to the floor before going back for Tommy Demise. The Anarchy champion was ready for him, though. And gonna mock him. Alexander not gonna take any of that. That might be exactly what the Anarchy champion wanted. Slams him on the apron, which of course we all know the hardest part of the ring. Getting dissected right now. The Anarchy champion, as Remy is given all the time in the world to get back up. Now he's going to come and join the fun. A little 2-on-1 beatdown. Where are you, De La Rosa? Stun set strip! Takes out the Anarchy champion, but Remy is right there. Alexander giving him some too. Big kick in his zone, popping off. Let's forget who's legal though. Tommy Mize is not legal. Remy Martin is. Alexander, there we go, he remembers. He realizes his mistake. Count of 11. They have until 20 to get back into the ring here. Remy with a big knee to the face. Might try to pull an Isabella Almas, keep himself fresh. Heading into this Sunday. Brain Buster on the floor. Absolutely disgusting from Remy Martin. But he is going to throw Alexander back into the ring. He could have won by countout. But Remy Martin instead wanting to pin Alexander. And here comes De La Rosa to make the save. Maybe should have taken the countout win when he had the chance. But man, Alexander is hurt after that brainbuster on the floor. And it is all Remy Martin now. Big knee, but no, Alexander gets out of the way. Oh, a cheap shot from Demise, come on! Still Alexander tries to fight for the pain. Counter the Irish whip, beautiful. Show me a better drop kick. You can. And a clothesline follows it up to try that knee drop again, but man, Lorenzo Alexander has it well scouted. Remy's got to think of something else. Lorenzo feeling the effects of that brainbuster on the floor. Tanahashi clothesline rolls through for a drop kick to the side of the head. Both men are down. What a match! Who can get to their feet first? Might determine who's going to win this match. Lorenzo's back up. He's going for a tag. No, he's not. Where's he going? He's going to the second rope for a moonsault into the pin. But here comes Tommy Demise. Doesn't even need to break it up. Remy Martin kicks out. They'll try to send him into the corner. Martin counters the Irish whip. Now right in front of the CMV champion. No. Alexander gets an elbow in. Irish whip again is reversed though. Remy. What's he doing? Remy. Oh no. Remy can't. Figure four around the ring post. He's gonna break Lorenzo's leg. And remember, Lorenzo's in that ladder match this Sunday. How's he gonna be able to climb the damn ladder? And a kick right across the chest. Still, he can't hit that knee drop though. Oh, Lorenzo's still schmoving. But you have to imagine the pain he's in right now. Of course, Remy Martin couldn't keep it locked in. He would have been disqualified. But even just a few seconds with your legs wrapped around the steel post like that tears ligaments. Look at Lorenzo just desperate, goes for a quick pin. Kick out at 2 though. Trying to keep Remy down. There's that clothesline again. God. Remy packs a lot of power as he makes the tag to the Anarchy champion, Tommy DeMise, who's looking to end this one. Pulling Alexander to his feet. Trying for an Irish whip into the corner. Lorenzo reverses. And the stun set strip a second time to Tommy DeMise into the pin. But Remy's going to be right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Breaking up the pin at 1. Lorenzo makes a desperate tag to De La Rosa, who at this point I would consider to be pretty fresh. He's going to try to finish DeMise off while he's still hurting. After that second stun set strip. Elbow under the corner by DeMise, goes behind the champ. Sets him up for a pump handle side slam. And DeMise very wisely going to tag Remy Martin in. Jaw got to be hurting something fierce after eating a stun set strip twice. Here comes Remy. Remy looking to paralyze De La Rosa. Pile driver. Into the pivot. Here comes Alexander to make the save. God, Remy, you got to make sure he makes the climb to fame before he can take the title from him. Shoots back to De La Rosa. Makes a house call. Boom right upside the head. While Remy Martin is dazed and confused, the CMV champion to take advantage. Vintage! Swing versus STO, but Tommy DeMise not even giving it a 1 count. De La Rosa up to Brett's rope. Remy wasn't saved right there by Tommy DeMise, but he is still in a world of trouble. Double axe handle before getting sent into the corner and a tag to Lorenzo Alexander. Great team by these two. The rocket launcher. Remy trying to get out of dodge as he rolls to the outside. Breathing deeply. All 4 of these men exhausted. This has been a crazy tag team match. Lorenzo Alexander been slammed headfirst down onto the floor. Has had his legs wrapped around the steel post. And he is still standing. That's the toughness of this young kid. Board buster. Oh, and Remy caught his knee on the apron. A little bit of revenge. Now he's going up on top of the barricade. What the hell are you doing, Zoe? Thank you. Gotta remember, got a match this Sunday. Oh, instead he's gonna go for a moonsault from off the apron. He said, you know what? Let me do something even worse. Let me do something even more potentially disastrous. Referee's at a count of, what was that, 12? Yeah, 13 now. Spinning soul kick to the gut. Remy's back up. Walks right into a DDT though. Gets right back up. Both men gonna agree to get back into the ring at the count of 16. But Remy gets caught. Stun set strip. Into the pin. Big Zoe can't be stopped. What a kick out. Remy Martin and his jaw of steel. Zoe going up to the top though. Big risk by Zoe. Meeting Orlands right on his knees. Those knees already damaged by Remy Martin. With that figure 4 around the ring post and now a tag to Tommy DeMise. Why would you turn your back on a man like DeMise? Zoe, you're asking for it. Elbow to the side of the head. Gonna try to close that distance. Irish whip into the corner. tries for the tag, a much needed tag right now. But Tommy Demise picks him up over the shoulders. We walk him all the way into the corner for a snake eyes. The Anarchy Champ looks for a stop, but Zoe gets his boot up first. Tries to roll him up. Oh my God! That knee drop just busted Zoe open. He might be in La La Land after that. But he wakes up. Blood pouring down his face. Hooks the arms. Crucifix pin. Wait a minute. Zoe! With a crucifix pin! Can he steal it? No, a kick out at 2. And now a tag to De La Rosa as Tommy Demise trying to remember where he is right now. The CMV champion runs him down. Big kick to the back of the head. We see just how vicious Remy Martin is, not just in this match, but over these last few weeks. Remember what he did to Tobias Jones, gave him a concussion. Tommy Demise equally as vicious. But now both men down. This has been a banger, which isn't too surprising considering who's involved. Double underhook, butterfly suplex right there by the Anarchy champion, who's going to look to make a tag to Remy Martin now. Can Remy feast on the leftovers and pick up even more momentum before this Sunday? They'll try to send Taylor Russell into the corner. The CMV champion able to reverse though. Now going to lure him in. Remy falls for it. Boot to the face, knocks him away. Tries to close the distance with Remy. A little bit faster there. And the kick across the chest. Try for that knee drop, man. He's persistent. He doesn't give up, but he keeps missing it. Reflex is a bit too much for De La Rosa to handle, but he gets him with that German suplex, though. And now it kicks the midsection. Wait a minute. Surasi driver! Into the pin, but Tommy saving Remy, however, may have just prolonged the inevitable. In comes De La Rosa, Fisherman's driver. And still not done. Payback for last Octane. But a count of that, there's that picture-perfect dropkick from potentially the next CMV champion. Sends him off the ropes. Remy not fast enough though. De La Rosa, hang out, whoa! Bobbing and weaving, and there's that brain buster. Disgusting. Tags in, Tommy Demise says, there you go, have some fun. And that's exactly what Demise is going to do. Repeated stomps to the chest of the champion. And De La Rosa's rocked, guys. Demise, they're going to drag him off. Irish whip gets reversed. Elbow out of the corner, though. Demise pushes it on and gets him in that corner. Gonna make a tag? Thinking about something else, perhaps. Yeah, turns De La Rosa around. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Demise with a spiderplex. Remy is loving what he's seeing, as now Demise is set up perfectly. One last shot to the CMV champion. Meteor reverse. De La Rosa tries to get him into the corner, quickly counters. Tommy Demise clothesline. But he's not done. Looping palm strike may have just broken the CMV champion's jaw. Remy Martin tagged back in. As De La Rosa just stares at the lights. Remy tries to close it out. Whoa, what a kick. What a kick and a tag now to Zoe. Thinking about going for Tommy Demise, but focuses on the legal man. That's Remy Martin. Gets him into the corner. Look at Remy's back. Zoe with a European uppercut. Back elbow. Puts him in the corner for a tiger feint kick. Knocks Remy Martin back. In comes Zoe red hot. Kicks out the knee. Shining Wizard. Remy getting packed up right now as the CMV champion is tagged back in. Remy Martin on another planet right about now, I think. Another fisherman's driver. Remy needs to get out of there, and he knows it. makes it to the ropes. But De La Rosa on him like peanut butter on jelly. And some lucha things. Backflips into a DDT. Holy shit, man. That's gotta be it. De La Rosa has just pinned Remy Martin. And if that ain't the biggest boost of momentum one could ask for heading into this Sunday, that had to feel so good for De La Rosa after all the shit Remy Martin's put him through these last few weeks especially. What a match. And guys, if that happens this Sunday, Remy Martin's aspirations of becoming CMV champion are going to be up in smoke. But of course, tonight is one thing. Inside of a steel cage, and without Tommy DeMias and Lorenzo Alexander, well, that's a whole nother ball game. But this is a win De La Rosa desperately needed. What a match.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah.
Surprised you picked the shirt with the paint splatter. Thought I'd have that one.
Hey there, ladies.
Hi guys.
Dude, that's not what we rehearsed. What? Give me the script, man. Man. Stand man. What? Oh.
Alice, are they trying to flirt with us?
You lead. I'll follow, bro. Evening to you fine ladies. And what an evening it is. We gents have only just arrived on your rock show. And we saw it fitting to introduce ourselves to you. I'm Stan Mania. And I'm Brian Sawyer. And together we are the Rock City Stars. Sorry, I'm Stan and Brian. Hey, what was that? What, dude? That voice that just said our name. What? You didn't hear it, dude? No, dude. I didn't hear anything, man. How didn't you hear it? It was right after that epic pose, man. I don't know, man. Maybe you're smoking too much of that Canadian good leaf. Hey, just because you forgot the thing. Huh? Oh, right. Ladies, have yourselves a good night.
Ack!
Well, despite Rock City Stars trying their best to do a little bit of macking on Twisted Sisters, they're a bit busy here tonight because coming up next, guys, Trios Championship on the line. And the question is, yes, it's not going to be a handicap match. The powerhouse Pixie is back. Sarah Miller leading the charge. I was, no disrespect to Sarah Miller. I was kind of low-key hoping Alice Blake would finally return. But still, I digress. Pat LaFave's maybe not out in full force, but this championship match will not be a handicap match. Sarah Miller, Vanessa Morgan, and Delilah Sin defending the Trios Championship up next against Twisted Sisters. Of course, we know it's going to be Anna Simmons, Diana Holmes, and Taryn Breeze representing Dallas Cole already in action a bit earlier tonight, defeating Isabella Almas by countout. So will it be a very good night indeed for the sisters? Will they bring even more championship gold home, or will Pats LaFays rain on their parade, bust up their show, if you will? Well, since the start of this new season, guys, at first, Pats LaFays were continually getting the better of Twisted Sisters, but in more recent weeks, Twisted Sisters have turned things around. They've been beating Pats LaFays nonstop. The television champion Taryn Breeze even handing Vanessa Morgan only her second ever singles defeat a couple of weeks ago. And then, of course, Twisted Sisters defeated Pats LaFays in the first round of the second annual Women's Tag Team Cup in Tokyo, Japan. All that momentum they're carrying with them into this match. Trios Championship is what it's all about. Women's Tag Team Championship later on tonight. Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team ladder match, as the Media Outcasts will defend against Resurgence and the Regulators. Our main event as well, no DQ match, Ben, Stacy, Blake Virtue for the final spot, and the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. Taryn Breeze, guys, who's only been in CMV for a cup of coffee relatively, not even, trying to think if it's even been 6 months, trying to remember when exactly she debuted. I don't think it's even been 6 months that she's been a part of CMV and could become a double champ here tonight. The current television champion. But it's great to see Sarah Miller back in the ring. She makes an early tag to Vanessa Morgan, though. We haven't seen Miller since the end of last season. Been on a little bit of a vacation. We're still missing Alice Blake, though. When will she return? Hopefully soon. My heart can't stand it any longer. I feel like an addict, man, begging for more Alice Blake. Going through withdrawals here. Sarah Miller gonna be the boost I need. And talk about returning just in time to defend the Trios Championship, which they won at the end of last season. Big kick to the gut, followed up by a throat thrust. These big old gals in a clash. Once again, they had a match on the Octane season premiere, which Vanessa Morgan won. But Simmons off the top, gonna shake the whole arena. Morgan able to avoid whatever she was trying for there. Who's behind? That's a lot of weight to be picking up. Don't tell Anna Simmons I said that. Able to escape the electric chair. Well, I can understand why Rock City Stars are so infatuated with Twisted Sisters, but they've got some business to handle here tonight, although I'm sure they're cheering them on from the sidelines. Good attempt here by Breeze. Trios Championship on the line. Champion's an advantage in effect. Match cannot end by countout or disqualification. If Twisted Sisters want to win the Trios Championship, they got to do it by pin or submission in the ring. Of course, many saying that Taryn Breeze defeating Vanessa Morgan a couple weeks ago was a fluke. She did roll her up. It was a great match. It was the second time ever Morgan's been defeated one-on-one. There's Miller in to break up the pin at 1. Taryn Breeze. Breeze 2 belts will be calling her. If this one comes up for Twisted Sisters, goes behind us, Morgan, and just chucking the television champion like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. And now the tag to Delilah Sin, the newest member of Pats LaFaves, joining up at the end of last season. Talk about how long she's been in CMV. Only a couple of months she's already won championship gold. The land of opportunity. CMV counter the Irish whip. Delilah now slowly closes in. And one of the things that definitely makes Twisted Sisters so dangerous is that they utilize that Freebird rule. You never know which 2 members, or in this case, which 3 members you'll be facing. I think that maybe it was one of the advantages, at least, that allowed Twisted Sisters to knock out Pats LaFaves in the first round of the second annual Women's Tag Team Cup in Tokyo, Japan. Karen just screaming in Delilah Sin's face. There's another reverse STO. Really knows how to put that second turnbuckle to good use. Irish whip into the corner. Taryn Breeze maybe looking to make a tag here. Maybe not. Never good to second guess yourself, though. Beat your chest, try to show dominance, but wasted a lot of time there. Allowed Delilah Sin to get herself out of harm's way. Now an Irish whip into the corner of Pax LaFaves. And she will make a tag to the powerhouse Pixie. What is this? Off the top, into a cutter! What a super... Forgetting the name of the mover right now. Vintage... Oh my god, that almost ended the match. Well, I'm trying to think about the name of that move that I should know. It's just escaping me at the moment. I know with the 3D. Trying to see that shit in 3D. Tag to Diana Holmes. Almost ended the match. Holmes gonna try to do so. Look at the leg of Sarah Miller with a kick out at one. Delilah sitting a little bit worried there. Diana Holmes, I feel like, highly underestimated by a great many here in CMV. Last season, especially the matches that she had with Zach Angel, showed just how tough this young woman is. You want to talk about tough, though. Forget about it. The Aussie Brute with a deadlift military press like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Bullying. Diana Holmes for sending her off into the corner. Oh boy. Oh boy. Vanessa Morgan charging with Diana Holmes into the corner. Got like a wet spaghetti noodle. But Holmes, crafty, able to get Morgan down in the corner. Whoa. Going coast to coast? She thinks she is Chris Proudfoot in the pin to win the Trios Championship and a kick out at 2.5. Vanessa Morgan been pinned more in these last couple of weeks than her entire CMV career. That'll imagine it's rocked her a little bit. Mental, well, that rocked her physically. Holy shit. Vanessa Morgan just had her face broken. She's bleeding, but able to kick out. Double boot stomp, vintage Morgan combo, yes! Shades of the Hall of Famer. Terrence Reese giving her some room. Diana Hall's going crazy right now. With a slingshot. Lariat attempted, Morgan able to sidestep her. Gets her into the corner. Knee up. Holmes, good defense. Irish whip, however. Gets countered, big splash with points hitting flattened. And a discus forearm. Vanessa is still standing though. Diana making the tag. Chris Benoit goes. And now a real tag to Anna Simmons. Twisted Sisters. Delivering an encore here. Oh my God, are they going to do it? One. Oh, come on, Sarah Miller. What a save. That was it. You had to think that was going to be it. It might still. Anna Simmons with her stage dog gets rolled up. But a kick out at 2. Desperate ploy there by Morgan to try to retain. Makes a tag, a very smart tag to Delilah Sin. The champs are in trouble right now, though. What a championship matchup. Sin lining up her shot. What is this? Oh, stomp. Right to the back of Simmons' head. And as if that's not bad enough, a dirty pin to try and retain, but Simmons too powerful still, able to kick out despite the added leverage. Big knee to the gut and an elbow to the back of the head. Goes behind to Simmons, but Delilah, sneaky little elbow. Simmons too damn big to be trying to lift up like that. Into the corner we go. Simmons with a bit more caution. Maybe too much. As now she gets sent into the corner. Delilah sitting with the tag now to Sarah Miller. More phenomenal teamwork here. Look at this. Gonna use Sarah Miller like a weapon. Dropping her on top of Anna Simmons. I don't know who Vanessa Morgan is talking to there at ringside. Tag made to Diana Holmes while Sarah Miller says, "Come and kiss my ass." Is that an open invitation? Rolls her up. Look at this prawn pin. A prawn pin by Miller to retain with a kick out. They should go kicked out at 2. The powerhouse Pixie with an X-Plex into the pin to retain the Trios Championship. But it's a kick out at 2. Miller wasted no time now that she's back in action. Gonna try to send Diana into the corner. But the Harley Quinn of CMV trying to close in on her. No good idea there in the corner, but is able to Irish whip Miller now into the corner of Twisted Sisters. Makes the tag to Anna Simmons. Drop kick from the big down into a back suplex. How about that teamwork? Sarah Miller so quickly back to her feet, wrenching the arm of Simmons before making a tag to Delilah Sin. The Trios Championship is on the line, guys. We still have the women's tag team titles up for grabs later on tonight. Triple threat tornado tag team ladder match. Delilah tried for a pin after nibbling on Simmons' fingy there, but a kick out at 1. Didn't know why she thought that was going to do it. Grabbing her by the hair, pulling Simmons to her feet. Not where she wants to be. Trapped here in the corner, passing the faves. Delilah Sin with a discus forearm right upside the head of Simmons in the pin to retain. But Tara Reese comes in very nonchalant to break up that pin. Delilah stays on the attack though. Springboard moonsault misses Simmons now from behind. Tries to get her into the corner to no avail. Sin gonna utilize the ropes to lock in that Cobra clutch. You can't keep it applied though, be disqualified. Has to let go, and Simmons now able to counter the Irish hook with key's elbows to the side of the head, man. What a surprise if they squashed Delilah's head like a grape. But Sarah Miller comes in to break up that pin. Trios Championship on the line. Things have definitely slowed down at this point. And there's a tag to Diana Holmes. Diana, thinking about going up top. She does. Gonna take a big risk. Let's see if it'll pay off for Twisted Sisters here. Neckbreaker, wow! And before Delilah has a chance to know what the hell's going on, sent off into the corner. Elbow. Able to get Sin free. She now goes behind, but an elbow by Diana Holmes. Now from behind, she looks for an Irish whip. Gets her into that corner. I feel like Diana just takes too long. Everything she does, she contemplates it for longer than she should and ends up paying the price. Poison Rana. Now Sin looking for maybe a double knee facebreaker. Turns it into an inverted atomic drop. Back into the corner. Big stomp in the gut, puts her down. Another stomp. Diana off the ropes. Boot right across the face of Delilah Sin. And while she's seeing scars, Holmes gonna drag her off into the corner, gives her a face full of that top turnbuckle, turns her around, up on top maybe with Delilah, who's now busted open. Not gonna let that stop her though. Double knees to the back, avoided, clothesline by Diana. Delilah trying to get the hell out of there. Holmes not letting her go anywhere though. Oh, terminating spike for the Trios Championship, god damn it. But look at Diana, not fretting, right back on the attack. After Vanessa Morgan broke out that pin, Fisherman's driver. Delilah Sin is in so much trouble right now. No, Diana, what are you doing, you fool? You had it. Ah, wait a minute. What a knee. Vanessa's rocked. Diana Holmes drags her down to the bottom of the Thames. bottom of the Thames, but Delilah's back up to break up the submission. Where are all my Cameron Cray heads at? Oh no, sweeps the leg, and a desperate pin by Morgan, bleeding profusely now. Vanessa, I don't think she knows where the hell she is right now. She's wandering around. Another pin after stomping on Diana. And another kick out. Yeah, Vanessa's rocked right now. Vanessa is hurt. She needs to make a tag. But Diana gonna try to take advantage of the fact that she's loopy. But even more so, I'm not too sure what happened there. I don't think that fully connected, whatever Diana Holmes might have been looking for. In the corner, she's gonna make a tag to Taryn Breeze. Let's see if the television champion can wrap things up and take home the gold for Twisted Sisters. 2 belts, Breeze, but Delilah Sin keeps that dream at bay. Breeze, though, has already beaten Vanessa Morgan once. Can she do it again? Oh my God, sharpshooter, no, Vanessa. Enough wherewithal to avoid getting put in the sharpshooter. We'll send it right into Sarah Miller. Hang on, Vanessa is still losing. Tara Breeze is desperately throwing herself at the Aussie Brute. Gets chucked overhead like it ain't no thing but a chicken wang. Oh, Vanessa, this is not the time, my friend. Karen Breeze trying to crawl herself to the corner, makes the tag to Anna Simmons, and the big gal saying you're celebrating a bit prematurely here. Goes behind her, backbreaker. Come on, Simmons. If ever there was a time to let loose. But Simmons getting rammed. Oh my God, knocking Delilah Sin and Sarah Miller off the apron. It was so powerful. And now, no, wait, Simmons, still some fight left. Got that energy drink coursing through her veins. It ain't no dummy. Tag made to Delilah Sin, able to sneak it in there while Simmons was busy pandering to the CMV universe. Delilah, sit out powerbomb. Barely got her up though. Simmons so dang big. She almost didn't hit that. Saw she was struggling with it. Oh, Diana Holmes causing a distraction. Talking about Delilah's mama. This gives Anna Simmons a chance to recover. I was going to Karen Breeze too. Knocks her off the apron, but Diana's still standing. And Delilah decides this is the opportune time to make the tag to Sarah Miller. Anna Simmons back in. Sarah walking right up. This massive woman and pays for it. The Diamond Cutter. There's Vanessa Morgan. Looks like she's managed to snap back to reality. Makes the save. And Miller, all she needs is a few seconds. Dante Tatum would be proud. With that rolling sunset flip, powerbomb tags in Delilah Sin. Trios championship on the line. Delilah Sin and Vanessa Morgan bleeding profusely. Double knees to the gut, not once but twice. Drops into a quick pin, but Diana Holmes going to come in and make the save. What a Trios Championship match this has been. Back and forth. So many close calls and it ain't over yet. Simmons trying to charge Sin, but Sin crafty enough to get behind her. Knee to the face. Doesn't stop there. Gets her up and into the corner. Double cheap shot by Vanessa Morgan and Sarah Miller right in front of the ref. Before hitting, no! Simmons gets up the knees. Simmons gets up the knees, but the drop kick is caught. Stomp to the gut. A double knee face breaker. To put her down for good. Terry Breeze breaks up the pin. Oh, Delilah thought for a second about making Breeze pay, but stays focused. And it's going to pay off. Spins her round and round. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Pats LaFaves are still the Trios champions. What a match. Then Taryn Breeze's aspirations of being known as Breeze 2 belts gonna have to be put on pause, at least momentarily. What a match. Anna Simmons drilled by Delilah Sin. Whew. Hard fought defense for Pats LaFaves, but with Sarah Miller back, any advantage Twisted Sisters might have had before is clearly out the window now.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the.
And the action continues up next here on Octane number 165, my friends, as it's about to get magical in here. Stevie Wizard set for some singles action. Still to come, Women's Tag Team Championship guys going to be up for grabs, and a triple threat tornado tag team ladder match, and also our main event for the final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. It's Ben, Stacy, and Blake Virtue in a no DQ match. The guy, Stevie Wizard, over these last couple weeks has been on the receiving end of some slander, courtesy of Quando, mocking Stevie Wizard for losing by countout. Quando, of course, in his debut match, won via that method. You know, some would say it is a legit way to win. Why can't it be a legit way to lose? Well, Stevie Wizard is hoping to prove Quando wrong here tonight as he goes up against the debuting El Marsaltador. Last night we saw this man in action at a CMV Live event, had himself a banger against Chaos, picked up the win. And this influx as of late of luchadors we've seen arriving in CMV, well, shades of things to come with the partnership between CMV and Lucha Libre Magica. In fact, next month, we're going to be in Mexico City for our next big event, guys, the return of Wild Card here in CMV. Been a good few years since we've had a Wild Card event. El Marsaltador, if you saw that match last night, proved his speed, his agility, superior even to that of Chaos. But you know how they say magicians like to pull rabbits out of hats? Well, Stevie Wizard may have found his rabbit. The Magic Man, El Marsaltador, 1-on-1. Go to a collar double tie-up. Stevie Wizard for all of his potions, concoctions. Wonder if he's got one to deal with someone like Hermano Saltador. I say potion sign. Gonna need a health potion by the end of this one. If Saltador has his way, kick to the midsection and a kick to me. There's a shining wizard. Before trying to follow up by sending Stevie into the corner counter of that Irish whip. Looks like Stevie Wizard does have a little bit of a height advantage. That might just be his hair, though. He gets put into the corner, able to get that knee up, though, as Salvador tried to charge him. Goes behind. Oh, that would have been a sort of hammerlock Michinoku driver. We're going to have more lucha action later on because Duende de Fuego makes his Octane debut as he takes on Haruki Hattori. Stevie Wizard is pulling out a casual shooting star press from the middle rope there. Only gets a 1 count out of it, though. Trying to prove his athleticism is superior. Defense chop. And punch in the gut there. And gonna try to finish with a Hurricane Rana, but Hermano Saltador turns it into an alley-oop. How are you gonna try to hit a luchador with a Hurricane Rana? Come on now, Stevie. You're just asking for it. Saltador got the legs locked. Don't know how those claws are legal, but I'm not going to be the one to go in there and tell him to take them off. Maybe Stevie Wizard can. Scooped up and dropped. Chest first across that top rope. Stevie Wizard brewing something nasty for Hermano Saltador. Goes off that top rope with a drop kick. For someone Stevie's age, I mean, technically I don't know how old he is. I'm going to imagine he's up there, though. I mean, he might even be centuries old. Counter the Irish whip into the corner. Very impressive slow motion jab. Did not connect. As we see now, better be careful. Get himself disqualified. That might even be worse than losing by count out. Salvador able to get himself up out of the corner. He tries for an Irish whip, but Stevie knew that it was coming, sends him out onto the apron. Big punches here from Wizard. Oh, but gets guillotined. Stevie Wizard might be the one getting pulled out of the hat here. Slingshot leg drop. Now gonna grab him by all that hair, pull him up to his feet and try to drag him off into the corner. Oh, Saltador. That's just disrespectful. Oh, now some punches. Ooh, damn, they're throwing down. Hang on. But it looks like Saltador gets the better of Stevie Wizard. He's bailing. Oh, Stevie, Quando said don't lose by count out. But it looks like Stevie Wizard is going to purposefully take a count out loss here. Come on, Stevie. This is a good match. Oh, wait a minute. Quando says no. No countouts here. And sends Stevie Wizard back into the ring. Where the hell did Quando come from? Whoa! Hermano Saltador! Blasting Stevie Wizard. Hooks the leg, but only gets a 2 count. Quando will not allow Stevie Wizard to take the count-out loss, forcing him back into the ring. And now Saltador gonna have himself a little bit of fun at the expense of the submission magician. To the top. Saltador will fly. Swanton bomb. Into the pin. 1, 2. But a kick out by Wizard. Fans on their feet already rallying behind Hermano Saltador. But Wizard is tricky as they come. Shining Wizard. That could be Saltador down for the count, but it looks like our magician isn't quite finished with him just yet. Looks to plant that elbow right across the chest of Saltador. Moves out of the way in the nick of time. Well, Stevie perhaps a bit frazzled after the arrival of Quando. Springboard. He got him with the Hurricanrana. The ultimate disrespect to a luchador. Into the pin with a kick out at 2. From the top, springboard. Moonsault connects, and Salvador feeling the effects of Wizard's onslaught now as he crawls off into the corner, able to avoid that drop kick. Now Salvador works fast as he can late into this match. Oh, he's picking apart the arm of Wizard here. Does he have a heel broken bones potion? Counters the back suplex attempt. Now he's got him by the ears. Against the ropes is where he wants him. What is Wizard cooking up here? Referee does not see Wizard take off the top turnbuckle cover. Or she did see it. Nice try, Wizard. You have to brew up something a bit stronger than that. Back elbow takes Salvador off his feet, and again we see Wizard enjoying himself. What's this? No! Pocket sand! Pocket sand in the eyes, and the ref saw it! That's going to be a disqualification! I think Stevie Wizard thought the ref was still distracted with the top turnbuckle, but Wizard throwing some pocket sand into the eyes of Salvador, and that's going to be a disqualification. Adamado Salvador wins by DQ. Wizard was a little too slow getting that pocket sand out of his pouch. And the referee saw it as clear as day. Right here, the replay, right to the eyes of Salvador. Another couple of seconds sooner, the ref would not have seen it. So Salvador wins by disqualification, but does he really? He can't see a damn thing right now.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about this match ending in a disqualification should any of these competitors decide to utilize that pocket sand. If Stevie Wizard is nice enough to share, I guess. Because it is a ladder match here in our tertiary main events. Octane number 165 and the Women's Tag Team Championship up for grabs. Well, last Octane, guys, it was supposed to be the winners of the second annual Women's Tag Team Cup Resurgence challenging the Media Outcasts for the Women's Tag Team Championship, but before the match could happen, it was Sophia Eve Faith and Amelia Jones of the Regulators jumping Ileana Summers and Cassie Vice backstage, and we saw the brawl that ensued. Sophia Eve Faith getting put through a table from off of the loading dock, and eventually security able to rush in and separate the four. Got them barred from the arena though, so the Women's Tag Team Championship match never ended up happening. Now Resurgence do get their shots, but with the Regulators added in to make it a triple threat tornado tag team ladder match, which Resurgence has not been happy about all week long, complaining about the Regulators getting added to this match, saying they do not deserve it. But, I mean, technically, I was just being nice to give Resurgence a rematch because they lost, I mean, fair and square, in Japan. The Media Outcasts beat them in less than 2 minutes. They technically didn't deserve a rematch, but I was keen to give it to them. Look, big Resurgence fan here. And I'm going to be the one to say I like this newfound fire for the regulators, and especially Sophia E. Faith. I've been saying it, I feel like for ages now, that's what they've been lacking, that fire. And at last, we saw it during that brawl backstage. So I'm giving the regulators their chance. They may have come up short in the Tag Team Cup, but with those titles hanging high above the ring, this is anyone's ball game here. I mean, you haven't heard the champions complaining. They've gone from defending their titles against one team to two teams and in a ladder match, no less. A little preview of what's to come this Sunday at Climb to Fame. Can't win by pin, can't win by submission. There are no countouts, there are no disqualifications. You only win by climbing the ladder and unhooking the titles that are hanging high above the ring. So no champion's advantage for the media outcasts here. It's either going to be a very good night for Resurgence, a very good night for the regulators, or a very good night for the media outcasts. Of course, still to come in our main event, Ben, Stacy, and Blake Virtue do battle. No DQ match for the final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. And here is your tag team of the year. Rebecca Starr, S.J. Ray, the media outcasts, who have been holding those titles now just about half the time they've been in CMV. Been at least over 3 months, 4 months maybe even. I have to go back and check, but this their fourth defense of the Women's Tag Team Championship, certainly their toughest yet. Again, having to defend against two teams and in a ladder match. That's what it's all about. You can see them there hanging high above the ring, a good 20 feet at least. As these 6 women waste no time getting right down to it. And Cassie Mike's going to pull out a chair despite this being a ladder match. Still plenty to be found under the ring, and Vice will use that chair to take some swings at Sophia E. Faith. The former television champion, Amelia Jones, guys, going to be the first one to grab a ladder. S.J. Ray as well will get one. Amelia's got the right idea here. I mean, she's a former Women's Tag Team Champion, and she is not wasting any time. Where you going? Hang on, you were due to get up until that point. See, then you have to climb the ladder and actually get the title. I think Amelia forgot that part. There we go, there we go. Why is she getting another ladder? Oh, Amelia, you beautiful, you. S.J. Ray trying to come in and stop her. Here comes Cass. Device has that chair again. Rebecca Starr out of the chair too. Gonna try to use it. Ileana Summers runs into the ring to escape her. Oh, right up in the camera lens there. Closer than I feel like he ever needed to be. There goes Rebecca Starr. Up on top of the ladder. She's got the title. Amelia Jones trying to come in and stop her. Cassidy Vice is a bit too busy. Oh, wait a minute. Pushed over the ladder. Rebecca still hanging. Oh, no. Powerbomb onto the ladder. And Sophia going to send Rebecca Starr packing. That was very, very close to ending only a couple minutes in. It's pretty tricky though. You got to remember, you're balancing on top of a... Keeping a buck here. These aren't the most high-quality ladders. You're 10 feet plus in the air, trying to balance the best you can, grabbing at titles as they swing back and forth. It's not the easiest. Cassie Weiss picking up Rebecca Starr, gives her a shoulder breaker, while S.J. Ray takes Sophia E. Faith down to ringside. Amelia Jones in the neck breaker to Ileana Summers. It's been non-stop battle between Resurgence and the regulators since this new season began. With Blake Virtue now back, certainly things are looking up for the regulators. Rebecca Starr getting a steel chair right to the back of the head. But Resurgence not going to allow anyone to stop their total takeover of Octane this season. Sophia's got a table. Is this a TLC match? Advertise the ladder match, but we've got tables, ladders, and chairs. Might as well be. Oh, knee to the face of Sophia E. Fake. Here comes SJ right now. What's Amelia up to? Rebecca Starr is still down on the outside. As SJ Ray gets put into the corner. Big kick to the midsection by Vice. Hey, the winner of Reality Wrestling Season 2. We're about to find out the winner of the Reality Wrestling Season 4 this Sunday, guys, on the Climb to Fame kickoff show. It will be Jessica Cash versus, I believe I'm saying this correctly, is it Rampago or Rampaggio? That is Rampago. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the finals of the Reality Wrestling Season 4 to be a ladder match for the CMV contract. SJ Ray taking out Cassie Weiss with that super kick. Sophia E. Fake, meanwhile, sliced oranges to Rebecca Starr. From teamwork here, unlikely between Cassie Weiss and Rebecca Starr to take out Sophia E. Fake. SJ Ray on top of Amelia Jones at ringside. Rebecca Starr's got that ladder. She's taking out everyone with it. Starr gonna set it up again. Starr going for the titles. Can Sophia stop her? Somebody better stop her. She does. Sophia pushes over the ladder. Oh, and vintage scissors kick. To SJ Ray, but Ileana right there. Coming up from behind. Oh, Rebecca breaks up whatever she was going for with that springboard dropkick though. And a Pele kick now. Amelia, go for the ladder, girl. Go for the ladder. Sophia with a poison rana. And keep Rebecca Starr down for now. Amelia. Hey, two broken hands. You ain't gonna be climbing the ladder, or at least it's extremely difficult to. Split-legged moonsault, quite a distance she got there. Uh-oh, here comes SJ Ray though with that steel chair right to the back of Faith's head. Amelia's got, oh no! Didn't see that coming. Brought in another ladder, but oh, break your neck foundation! In the absence of the British baller, SJ Ray picking up the slack, making some donations. Amelia Jones counters the Irish whip. SJ Ray fighting back. Sophia will try to come to the aid of her tag team partner. There's Amelia taken care of. Ray with a super kick to Faith. Our tertiary main event, triple threat. Tornado Tag Team ladder match. The Women's Tag Team Championship. SJ Ray handling the regulators all by herself. Rebecca Starr finally showing up a little bit late. Up onto the shoulders. And Faith getting in some elbows before going to the ropes for a DDT. Cassie Vice sneaking back into the ring, coming up from behind. Amelia Jones been busted open. Didn't see what did that. Sophia's going for a ladder. Sophia sets up the ladder. Don't get distracted. Sliced oranges to Ileana. Up the ladder, Sophia. Up the ladder. Up the ladder, Sophia. For the regulators. Amelia keeping Cassie Vice. Sophia! No! God! What you could have won, Sophia! Now her back might be broken! Rebecca Starr's kneecaps might be shattered! Oh, that was stupid, man! Should have gone for the titles, but instead tried to put on a spectacle for the fans. How is she still up? Sophia back into the ring, you gotta be kidding me! Forcing Rebecca to climb back down the ladder. Now Amelia. Amelia, talk some sense into your girl, please. Go, Amelia! Go! Amelia! She's got got the titles, but Cassidy Vice, goddammit! Pushing over the ladder, stopping her from winning. And things starting to screech to a halt here as all these women are feeling the effects of this ladder match. Well, Cassidy Vice has the ladder. You can be damn sure she won't make that same mistake Faith just did. Will it be a moment that's remembered for a good while? Probably. Was it worth it, though? I don't think so. Not winning the titles under the least of her worries. Broken vertebra. Super kick there by S.J. Ray. Amelia stopping a mud hole at Cassidy Vice. S.J. Ray. Women's Tag Team Champions finding themselves caught in the middle of this war. Can they escape with their titles? And you can't win by submission. But this is going to incapacitate Cassidy Vice unless she can escape, and she does. Amelia Jones. Oh my word! Not the overdrive. Cassidy Vice gets thrown out of the ring. Here goes Ileana too. Regulators have cleared the ring. Amelia's going for the ladder. Yes! Do it, Amelia! Do it! Perfect. Oh, she remembers. Yes! Amelia. No. Come on. Let Sophia handle herself. God damn it, man. Another golden opportunity. I feel like the Regulators could have won this match like 10 times by now. But they keep making the dumbest decisions. And now look at S.J. Ray. S.J. Ray says, thank you. Thank you very much. Up the ladder, but here comes Ileana. Can Ileana cut her off? Stopping S.J. Ray from taking the titles down. Oh, the torpedo! To Rebecca Starr. Where's Cassidy Vice going? She's going down on the ladder. Sophia E. Faith tracking her down. Ileana Summers. Interesting way to take Amelia down. Sophia E. Faith back into the ring as S.J. Ray with a knee to the side of Ileana's head. Irish whip. Down. Oh! God! Famous are on the ladder. Amelia's dead. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Amelia Jones. We hardly knew you. Face first on the ladder. Now what the hell is this? Up on top. Sophia trying to fight back. But Rebecca hammered her with big shots. Oh my God. Oh my God. Cassidy Vice sending Amelia off into the corner. Poison Rana! From off the top to Sophia E. Faith. Right into the hands of Cassidy Vice, who's happy to work with Rebecca Starr to further take out Sophia E. Faith. Amelia's having none of it though. Comes to the rescue. Blue Thunder Bomb to Cassidy Vice. And Stuart Ray going for the ladder. Thinks twice about it though. Backstabber to Starr. Come on, Amelia, lock in. Lock in, Amelia. You might need to take a trip to the doctor, a little facial reconstruction surgery, but it will all be worth it. Amelia, up the ladder, please. I'm begging you. Faith taking care of Amelia. Where is she going? Oh, well, nobody ever called Amelia Jones the smartest wrestler in the world. I don't think she's ever been accused of that. Absolutely destroying Rebecca Starr here. Oh, look what's happening in the background. Cassidy Vice up the ladder. Rice going for the titles with Amelia. There we go. At least she can do one thing right. Sophia, I don't know how she's getting back to her feet. These are 6 tough women, bro. Most of them are bleeding at this point. I mean, bumps and bruises. Suffice to say when they wake up in the morning, but for one of these teams, it will be well worth it. To the outside goes Faith. Oh, Amelia. Oh, no! Just throws Cassidy out onto the ladder as it was propped up against the apron. Landed right on top of it. There goes Amelia. She's able to hang out. Where's SJ Ray taking Ileana off into the corner? Slams her face first on the top turtle with that big head bust following up. Come on, Amelia. Snap back. Snap back to reality. Ain't no time for a nap. Sliced orange on the floor. They're going to kick that ladder right out of Ileana's hands. SJ Ray to the media outcast to retain. What's this from Ileana? Sophia with a steel chair. Amelia dragging SJ off the ladder. And here comes Rebecca Stars. Sophia coming to even the odds. Sophia! She ran right to the ladder. Super kick! And now uncontested! SJ Ray! No! Kelly tips the ladder over! Knocked Cassidy Vice into the ladder! And SJ Ray was about to win it, man! Oh, what a fatal mistake by the media outcast. They had it, they had it! Sophia, that scissors kick, there's just too much going on though. Too many bodies, not enough room to operate. Shooting star press to Amelia Jones. Stun six strip to SJ Ray. And now he sees somebody is leaking. I think it might be Amelia Jones who's bleeding all over the canvas. Russian leg sweep on the ladder. Cringe-inducing. Ileana with a choke slam to Sophia. Cassidy's got the ladder. Hang on. Wait a minute, guys. Resurgence are the only ones standing right now. Everybody else is down. Cassidy sets up the ladder. This could be it. Get up there, Cassidy. Let Ileana worry about everything else. Upside down. Cassidy's got the titles. Cassidy's got the titles. She's hanging on! She's still got them! Yes! Resurgence are the new Women's Tag Team Champions! Cassidy Vice sacrificing her own well-being in order to ensure that Resurgence leaves here tonight as the new Women's Tag Team Champions. Sophia E. Faith tried to stop her by pushing over the ladder, but Vice hung on. Gorilla Grip, bro. And Resurgence are your new Women's Tag Team Champions. Absolute warriors. What a match.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. He say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. Pop the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda.
Well, after giving our ringside crew a chance to clean up all of the destruction left over after that match, not to mention the pools of blood staining the canvas, congratulations again to Resurgence, the new Women's Tag Team Champions. Guys, the action continues And it's our co-main event. Up next, the debut here on Octane of El Duende de Fuego with Talon Sucio at his side, set to take on Haruki Hattori here. Of course, our main event still to come. Ben, Stacy, and Blake Virtue. No DQ match for the final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. It was El Duende de Fuego, guys, a couple weeks ago, defeated Lorenzo Alexander at a live event, and Talon Sucio will utilize that fact to needle Haruki Hattori last Octane before their matchup, saying, "Some mentor you are, my good friend beat your student." Of course, we saw what a match it was. Lucha Libre against Japanese strong style, but was Haruki Hattori who defeated Talon Sucio. In the end, after the match though, Sucio feigned a knee injury and managed to land a cheap shot on Hattori. So who got the last laugh? Making it clear that things are far from over. Now with the help of El Duende de Fuego, Talon Sucio looking to prove why Lucha Libre is superior. One of the absolute greatest of all time to come out of Japan, Haruki Hattori is a very honorable man and a very prideful man. Any insults toward Japanese pro wrestling he takes personally as can be. And Talon Sucio has made it his primary mission, it would seem, to trash Japanese strong style as often as he can in a bid to show why Lucha Libre is the one true art form in professional wrestling. SJ, thank you so much for the gifted sub, or regular sub. So used to the gifted subs. Thank you, appreciate you. As we get set for our co-main event, El Duende de Fuego, Haruki Hattori one-on-one. Chance for Hattori to avenge his pupil, Lorenzo Alexander. As we see Fuego going to push Hattori into the corner. We do get a clean break, which is pretty surprising. Then immediately knocked back into the corner. Oh, there they are. Blessed for the gifted subs. Vintage. Ooh, and a lucha DDT from out of the corner by El Duende de Fuego, who follows over the moonsault off the ropes. And in the pin, we see it's going to be the speed and agility of El Duende against the hard-hitting power of Haruki Hattori. And so far, Lucha Libre in the lead. Fuego going up the second rope, trying for a leg lariat, it looked like there, but Hattori able to sidestep and turns around for a forearm smash. And the cheeky Talon Sucio watching from ringside. Oh, speaking of, looks like he's going to grab something from under the ring. A kendo stick he just slid into the ring. Trying to help out El Duende de Fuego, but the ref sees it. He's going to get rid of it. Hello, just throwing at Talon Sucio. I don't know if that was necessary. Stomp. Threw it with his shoulder. Fuego getting himself fired up. Irish whip off the ropes. Whoop. Unable to react quickly enough. But it does get Hattori down with a reverse STO. And the Japanese legend is struggling as he picks himself up in the corner. Oh no, going up on top. Hattori doesn't need to be taking a hit like that this late in his career. I mean, for speaking the truth, any big, really devastating move could be the end of Haruki Hattori's career. We all know how tough he is, but it's just a matter of it doesn't matter how tough you are. Your body is your body. You take a nasty enough hit. Not to say that Haruki Hattori isn't in great shape. It's just, you know, he's up there in age. So he has to better protect himself as he goes for an Irish whip counter. Talon Sucio grabbing Hattori's ankle. Oh, the ref saw it. Oh, and now Duende able to capitalize, laying Hattori out from behind. Esos tipos using their numbers advantage here against the Japanese legend. Knife edge shot backs him up, but Hattori stands his ground. He doesn't care. He will not tuck tail and run. Not when the pride of Japanese strong style is at stake. He'll die before he allows it to be disrespected. Comes back out. Nope, catches that. And a slap right across the face. As if we didn't already know there was no respect to be found between these two. And to go for it though with Talon Sucio enjoying the show from ringside. Hattori will knock each other out. Oh, what a kick from El Duende de Fuego into the pin. And a kick out at 2.5. Sucio not looking happy, but Fuego stays on the attack. He's going up top. Looking for that inverted 450. The athleticism to pull that off is insane. Kick out of 2.999, and Fuego is red hot right now. Standing moonsault, no, Hattori avoids it just barely as he now snips. Duende de Fuego down with that DDT, but he can barely get up. Both superstars down. Hattori, a fighter to the bitter end. Yanking Duende up into a spine buster. They're trying to position him for maybe a submission of some kind. Right in front of Talon Sucio. Oh, a figure 4. Haruki Hattori. Woo! Applying a figure 4. But Duende is able to get out of it. Look, you know that bad knee, wearing a knee brace. That might slow him down substantially, or not. Springboard moonsault, but Hattori is able to get his knees up. Rapid fire strikes from Duende de Fuego, and a stiff kick to the middle of the back. Gonna grab him by the back of the head, drag Hattori off to the ropes. Kick to the back of the knee. And now an Irish whip. No, wait a minute. Catch some of the head scissors. Amazing. Into the pin. Will Lucha Libre prevail here tonight? Kick out at 2.5. What a match. Let's see, Fuego starting to get frustrated though. Oh, Talon Sucio up to no good. Looks like he's trying to pull off that top turnbuckle cover. Insurance. Might not need it though. Oh, ref saw him do it. And now Fuego to the top. Oh no, another inverted 450. But Hattori slips out of the way. And Haruki Drama. But can he capitalize? He's too hurt. Able to throw his arm over the chest of El Duende. 1, 2, kick out. Might have just been those couple of precious seconds that allowed El Duende de Fuego to kick out. Tries for a kick on Tony. Whoa, that would have taken his head off. Fuego gonna go up top again, but Haruki, where is this coming from? That's just piss and vinegar, baby. From the legend, oh, but he misses the knee drop. Fuego moving slow, tries to get to his feet, Irish whip. Puts him into the corner. Knife edge chop. Talon Sucio telling these stupid ignorant American friends front row to shut the hell up. They don't know what they're talking about. And now Sucio telling that to Haruki Hattori. Lucha Libre #1. Japanese strong style in the toilet. And Hattori, for the legend that he is, fool to fall for this. But he can't help it. It's prideful as they come. And now El Duende de Fuego bursting back to life. Japanese arm drag on the rebound. A little salt in the wound. Jawbreaker putting Hattori on his ass. To the top. Gonna try for the inverted 450 maybe again, or a swan bomb. 1, 2, 3, El Duende de Fuego. Picking up the win in his Octane debut. Lucha Libre. Lucha. Tonight is victorious. Well, Haruki Hattori essentially fighting a handicap match with how often Kanon Susio was getting involved, even directly putting hands on Haruki Hattori during this match. But here was this gorgeous swanton bomb that was finally enough to put the Japanese legend away. Esos tipos, the pride of Lucha Libre.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please.
My fine feathered friends, it is time for our main event of the evening here on Octane number 165. And Ben Stacy could very well make this a night to remember for Resurgence. Of course, already earlier tonight, Ileana Summers and Cassidy Vice becoming the new women's tag team champions. Now Ben Stacy gonna pick up the ball, look for a slam dunk, and get the final spot in that Climb to Fame contract ladder match this Sunday in Paris, France. Resurgence already has a representative in that match. Peligro qualifying last Octane by defeating Aaron Stone. Ben Stacy qualifying here tonight will only better their odds of one of them walking out of Climb to Fame this Sunday with a guaranteed World Championship opportunity. And again, this match was made no DQ at the top of the show, so anything goes in this rematch from Final Stand. Might just be the best match of Ben Stacy's career, and saying that, Blake Virtue still won. The best bout machine is back, and he has made it his sole mission to stop Resurgence from completely and totally taking over here on Octane. But they might just be a step ahead of him. Even with the help of the regulators, does Blake Virtue have what it takes to stop this tide? This tidal wave that is Resurgence washing over all of Octane since the start of this new season. After over a month away, Blake Virtue surprisingly returning in Tokyo, Japan as Aaron Stone's tag team partner and the 9th annual Men's Tag Team Cup. Despite that shock, Resurgence was still able to defeat Aaron Stone and Blake Virtue. Blake Virtue was a part of last year's Climb to Fame contract ladder match. And despite the fact that he says stopping his sister is his primary objective. Earning a rematch for the World Championship has to be an extraordinarily close second. Virtue needed that time away. He said it himself, I had a rough year, suffice to say. My best friend stabbed me in the back. My sister betraying me. Of course, there was a lot of good as well. Winning King of the Ring. Engaged with Danielle Davis, becoming CMV champion. Voted Superstar of the Year. Male Superstar of the Year. Deservingly so. But Blake Virtue needed the time off to refocus. Spent some time in England with Danielle Davis. And now he's back. He's refreshed and focused on taking down Resurgence and becoming CMV champion once again. Gonna clock the temples of Ben Stacy. And it was a phenomenal match in Las Vegas and Final Stand between these two. I'm expecting the same here. Even more so considering it's no DQ. Blake Virtue gonna push him off into the corner. Nothing the ref could do. No countouts, no disqualifications. Can only win by pin or submission in the ring. This for the final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. Oh, and Ben Stacy with a spiderplex. Shades of Hall of Famer Jade Divine. As Stacy follows up with a double boot stomp. Working on those ribs of Virtue very early on. I can imagine how proud Ben Stacy must have been watching earlier tonight as Ileana Summers won her first ever championship here in CMV. Now time to put that pride to the side and look on getting yourself a little something, Ben. Blake Virtue to take a pause on the outside, but again, no disqualifications means no count out. Wait a damn minute! It's no DQ, and look who it is, Tobias Jones of the Regulators, it looks like. Coming to try and help out Blake Virtue. Stacy hasn't even realized it yet. I guess his neck must be all better. I mean, Tobias Jones has been on the shelf these last few weeks, courtesy of Remy Martin, giving him a concussion. But Tobias knows that it's no longer time to watch from the sidelines. It's war between Resurgence and the Regulators. And now Ben Stacy is outnumbered. But remember, with Ileana Summers and Cassidy Vice, all they went through earlier, I doubt they're going to be much help. But where's Andrew Briggs? Where's Peligro? I mean, they weren't scheduled for action tonight. They might not be here. Which could see Ben Stacy in very big trouble. Tobias Jones looking like $1 million. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like they are here. Here comes Andrew Briggs. He couldn't hurry up a little bit. His buddy's in a lot of trouble right here. The former CMV champion Andrew Briggs to even the odds. As Blake Virtue with some stomps to the chest of Ben Stacy. While Andrew Briggs and Tobias Jones mix it up at ringside, Ben Stacy and Blake Virtue continue their match in the ring. Oh, what a knee directly to the face and to put Ben Stacy down. But not out as he crawls into the corner hastily. Virtue on that boy though, like a monkey on a cupcake. Gonna put him way up on the top rope. Hit him with that elbow back into the ring. Kicks to the midsection. Virtue looking for a powerbomb, but reverses into a roll-up and trying to steal it. Tobias, what the hell does he have? A sack. Tobias Jones just brought some sort of sack into the ring. I'm not too sure what's inside of it. I don't know if I want to find out. Gonna hook the legs of Stacy. And a kick out at 2. Oh, Stacy's got the sack. What is it? Thumbtacks! Stacy dumps out a sack of thumbtacks on the canvas. Oh my God, this one just got a whole lot scarier. Thumbtacks now spread out all over the middle of the ring. Blake Virtue trying to get himself back to life here. A couple of forearms. Out of the corner, full steam ahead. Another forearm. Running bulldog and attacks! Face first down into the tax. Hooks the leg. Kick out at 2. And now who's this? Peligro. It's Peligro. Coming to the aid of Ben Stacy. The fatal feline though. Gonna go to sleep. Thanks for coming, Peligro. Ben Stacy still recovering after getting his face slammed into that pile of thumbtacks. Knee party. But Peligro's back up in time to pick up the pin. It's Cassidy Vice. One half of the new Women's Tag Team Champions. And despite being busted open earlier tonight, still willing to do anything to ensure her brother does not win this match. Just headbutted him as hard as she possibly could. He is out, but then Stacy can't capitalize. He's too hurt. Briggs! Spiral tap! Stacy gonna pin him! Tobias gonna try to come and make the save. Virtue has to kick out, and he does. Where's the rest of the regulators, man? Resurgence are destroying Blake Virtue. Capture suplex into the pin. Ben Stacy is going to climb to fame. I don't know where the hell the rest of the regulators were, but they severely dropped the ball here tonight. That running bulldog into the thumbtacks was disgusting. I'm not sure how Ben Stacy was able to recover from that, but he did. Ate a knee party and all. But Resurgence utilized their numbers game yet again. It was only Tobias Jones out here to try to help Blake Virtue. Where was Aaron Stone? Maybe he wasn't here tonight. The regulars, man, they got to shape up if they have any hope of stopping Resurgence. Ben Stacy gets the 8th and final spot in the Climb to Fame contract ladder match. And now Resurgence has a 2-8 chance of walking out with a world championship opportunity this Sunday. I will gladly take a swig of my dummy as we sign off for tonight. What a main event. And I will see you all this Sunday in Paris for Climb to Fame. Whoa.